acting unbothered about the way things are between the two of you, but it is taking this person so much energy and so much effort to pretend like it's not affecting them in the way that it truly is, because they haven't let go. They have not let go of this connection or relationship. They have secret obsessions and secret thoughts in their mind that is still connected to what losing you feels like, to what moving on from you feels like. They're still connected to this connection, and every time they tune into this relationship, they still feel weak and vulnerable because they still feel triggered about being on their own. I see them being on their own here, and it's like they're questioning, why are they on their own for when they still have all of this love for you, right? Maybe they've blocked you or they've abandoned you, and you want to know why they blocked you and abandoned you? Because they didn't get the last say. They didn't get the last word with you, and their ego and their pride, it can't handle it, right? It can't handle it because there's more they want to say to you because they didn't get the last say. They didn't get the last word, right? This person has this inability to admit that they're wrong in situations and circumstances, and it's eating them alive. It's eating them alive because now they've got to face the truth. Now they've got to face the truth that they're pissed that you're moving on from them. Right? They've been in denial about their emotions and their feelings because they haven't been facing the truth. So it's made it easier for them to see you moving forward and moving on. But now they're feeling triggered because now they can see that you have the power in this connection and relationship, and it's annoying them. It's upsetting them because it's the fact that you have the power and you have the control that is testing this person's ego. They're realizing their ego isn't real. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's a fake. It's fake. Because they're using their ego and their pride because they don't want to admit that they're wrong in this situation. And I think in the past, this person, they didn't care enough about fixing things in the way they said they did. I don't feel like they did. Because I feel like this person, they weren't ready to heal. They had emotional baggage. They were emotionally damaged. But I feel like something's shifted. Something's changed in this person's mindset. Because look at the way they're looking at the connection now. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. Look at the way they're looking at this relationship, right? Feeling indecisive, feeling like they can't make a choice or a decision, being scared, being fearful, being worried. Looking at everything from fear-based reactions, fear-based responses, being impulsive. Look at all the love they have for you. The King of Cups, they're very worried about seeing you entertaining someone else, even though they know you can get anybody else it is that you want, right? They're looking at this connection differently. But I feel like the Seven of Pentacles, they're worried. They're worried that you're not talking about them. You were before, right? And I feel like they're talking shit about you because they're in this victim mentality of being like, she was the issue, they were the issue, he was the issue. You know, they were the problem. It wasn't me. But they know deep down it is. They just don't want to take accountability, right? Because they don't have the emotional capacity to deal with it right now because they don't want to see you moving on. You're not making it easy for this person, that's for sure. And they're pissed off that you're not because they're still looking at you and they're finding you physically beautiful. And they're like, I shouldn't be thinking that way, but I can and I can't help it. This person's looking so physically attractive and desirable to me. Damn it, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done in this situation? I put myself in my own predicament because now I'm in deception of my own truth. And now I'm feeling like what I've been missing all along is something that I know that I've been missing, but I haven't been facing the truth about that. There is someone that has very strong emotions and very strong feelings for you. And I feel like they're freaked out. I feel like they're freaked out by them because of the intensity of them. I feel like they've ghosted you recently. I feel like they've abandoned you recently. They've gone MIA. If that's the case, I would stay in your power. I would stay in your lane. And I would remember who you are. They're telling you to go find someone else. This is very specific. This person's saying that there's better people out there for you or there's better relationships for you. This isn't the case. This isn't genuine. This isn't genuine. This person's terrified of seeing you being with someone else. They're terrified of seeing you being loved or touched or held by somebody else. So disregard this person when they're saying that, right? They see this connection as very different. Oh my God, you make this person so happy with the star energy, right? They're avoiding their emotions or they're avoiding their feelings. I feel like they're not really telling you how they feel about you. They do feel insecure in this connection and relationship, and they don't tend to. And because they feel insecure, they're questioning a lot of things. They're questioning this energy of like, what are we? What is this connection? What is this relationship? What do I do moving forward? They're very physically attracted to you, but it came as a shock to this person. I'm feeling like you kind of like shocked this person or surprised this person. They didn't emotionally prepare themselves to meet someone like you, but it's like you have a lot to offer. They see your potential. They know that you have a lot to offer and a lot to bring when it comes to a connection, and they're scared because they know that you can have anybody else it is that you want, and this person is like, why do you want me for? They don't feel like they're good enough for you. They don't feel like they're going to measure up. They feel like you could have anybody is that you want, but why would you choose me? Why would you pick me? But the thing is that like the way that you see this person is so different to how they see themselves. And sometimes they miss that. Sometimes they don't realize that when you're seeing this person, you're seeing them for who they are, not for who you want them to be. This person's doing a lot of comparing. They're trying to figure out if they're good enough for you here, but you make each other happy. The star, oh my God, the star. They recognize this connection is very spiritual. They recognize that you're very different. They see you as very different to how you present yourself on the outside. They know that you've been judged a lot by people. Right? They see you as very, very different. They're also very heavily influenced by you. They're heavily influenced about the choices and decisions that you make, and then they question, did I have any impact on whether you made that choice or that decision? Maybe they're testing you a little bit here with going MIA or ghosting. If it's bothered you so much they've ghosted you, stay in your power, stay in your lane. Remember who you are, because the thing is that you attracted this person. You manifested them for a reason. They are in denial because they've created a separation on this connection they didn't want. And now they're worried about how they can fix things between the two of you because they're missing you. They want to call you on the phone. They want to message you. I see communication that is so direct, assertive, but they're scared. They're awkward. They're feeling very awkward and scared to approach you because of what's happening. But they're scared. They're worried. They're very scared and worried that they can see a future now, but it's like you're not in that future. And then late at night, this person's being like, pick me, choose me. They're telling themselves that you still dream about them because they want the both of you to be endgame. They want the both of you to have unfinished business because they're looking for an emotional situation. They can kind of come back in here to allow the both of you to become closer again and emotionally invested. I met someone new recently, and this person cannot seem to get you off their mind. They're very used to what they're used to. They're very used to the connections they're used to, but I'm feeling like you kind of emotionally challenge this person a little bit because to them, you're very unique. To them, you're very rare. To them, you're very, very special because you have this unique quality about yourself. And I feel like because of that energy, this person's seeing something in you that they haven't seen in somebody else before. And now there's like this assertiveness energy where this person wants to really experience what that quality is because it's so unique to them. It's so special to this person. They are in awe of your energy. They see what you go through. They know what you've been through. They know that life hasn't been easy for you. And there's this energy of like protection. This person wants to protect you. They want to keep you safe because they feel like it's their job to keep you safe. They feel like there is an energy of like this assertiveness about you where they have to make you theirs. They have to make you, I have to make this person mine because they make me feel so good about myself, right? And it's like you came out of nowhere for this person. It feels like you would be someone to this person they would idealize in their mind, but they would never think they would be able to actually experience that type of love or infatuation because it just wouldn't be like possible, right? So now this person's kind of questioning what this connection is because they're suspicious of it, because they feel like they haven't emotionally prepared themselves to meet someone like you. There's an energy of them, it's like they're suspicious of you. But they're suspicious of you in a good way because you make this person question absolutely everything. And now they're questioning, what are my emotions? What are my feelings? What are we? What is this connection? Where does this person come from? I'm feeling like they do want to commit. They do want a new beginning. There's something about this person feeling very energetically like attached towards your energy, feeling very, very emotionally connected. I'm feeling like there is a situation of you actually helping this person to let go of their past. They see you as very inner youthful. They see you as having a very childlike spirit. They see you as being very entrepreneurial. They see you as being very like goal oriented, but there's something about this energy of this person feeling like you're wise, but you have this childlike spirit about you, and they find it really, really cute. They find it really, really cute. It's like there's something about you like getting really like, when you're excited, you're like really excited about something. Like you have this like the smile or this laugh, and they find it really like infatuating, but also like infectious. And I'm just getting this person, it's like they find you really cute, but cute in a weird way where it's like infatuated, but wanting to protect you and keep you safe because they find you cute, and they feel like this masculine energy of theirs through this assertiveness energy is about keeping you safe and protecting you. And I'm feeling that they're crushing on you hard. They're fantasizing, they're daydreaming, and I feel like they want to make you an offer, but I feel like they're a little bit held back because they're questioning things at the moment, which is okay. If you feel like they've given you the wrong idea or mixed signals, they're trying not to. They want it to last. They want this moment to feel like it's everlasting for the both of you. It's acting nonchalant. They're trying to give you the impression that you don't mean as much to them as what you really do. And this person's quite defensive about it. They're quite defensive about the truth. They're quite defensive about their feelings. They feel this spark or this infatuation that's just like specific to this connection and relationship. There is an energy of this person like wanting to secure you, wanting to secure you with something. And the thing is that they know that you can get anybody else that it is that you want, but they're in love with you. This person's in love with you, and it's scaring them. It's intimidating them because they're feeling like they're going to be overlooked in this situation. And what's really interesting is this person feels like in life they can get whatever it is that they want. They're quite cocky and ego in that way, maybe a little bit narcissistic or player vibes. But with you and this person's actually making fear-based reactions and fear-based responses about you because they're not in control of this connection, because they realize that they're feeling insecure in this relationship because you have the power, you have the control in this situation, and they haven't expressed their emotions and their feelings to you because they keep contemplating reaching out because they're scared you're not going to react to them. They're scared that you're not going to respond to them. They are feeling so uncertain about making a choice or a decision. They're worried whether or not you both made the right choice or you both made the right decision to let go, but they are in love with you. The person has a capacity to feel things in this connection they're just not used to, and that scares them. This is a soulmate connection. It's a soulmate relationship. I'm feeling like, you know, you've had a relationship with this person before because I actually feel like you've walked away. But it's a temporary situation. It's forcing this person to acknowledge the truth about something because you're going through a feminine cycle. And it's kind of forcing this person to see you naturally ascending above them, which means this person's forcing themselves to look up at you rather than looking down at you. And you're actually challenging this person's ego because you've been put on the pedestal. This person's been removed from their pedestal and you've been put on the pedestal, which means this person has to look up at you. It does feel like you've walked away from this situation though. I feel like you've walked away from this connection temporarily because you haven't been getting what it is that you need or require, and it's caused you this energy to be matched and aligned within this person's energy and frequency, which means that's why this person thought they were in control of the connection, because you were matched and aligned with them. But now you pull back your energy, this person's realizing that you're in control because you've changed the dynamic of this connection by pulling back your energy, right? This person, you have a lot of obstacles and challenges with this person, and I feel like one of them is quite ego. They're quite defensive. They're quite guarded. They're very guarded about the truth and their feelings here, and it causes a lot of problems. But I'm actually seeing you overcoming like difficulties. You're overcoming challenges with this person. I'm seeing a forgiveness or an apology stepping forward. I'm seeing this person making a choice or a decision about you. This is a soulmate connection. This is a soulmate relationship. It does feel like there's a new cycle and a new beginning between you and this person. And I'm actually seeing the Ace of Swords, which is both of you overcoming these difficulties, both of you overcoming these challenges, to kind of allow the both of you to let go, to actually go through this energy of ascension together moving forward.